Hey everybody, Blue Collar Crypto here. So thank y'all from the last video, the views, the subscribers. Thank y'all to everybody. We're going to get right down to it 100%. Like I said, I knew this was going to happen in my last video. I told y'all this was going to be a crazy week. And there's no signs of slowing down. I don't know if you guys caught it, but Senator Lummis was out barking her shit. She was not playing around. She basically said everything is complete, but we got 7 to 10 Democrats holding the bill up. I think once this passes, she is going to she's not done talking. I can promise you that. You can hear the frustration in that woman's voice. And we're all with that same frustration. It's pathetic right now. You got 7 to 10 people holding the world financial markets up. You got the big dogs, BlackRock, SoFi, Charles Schwab, and all them are like, fucking hurry up and get this done. So this is all a con. The manipulation's real. There's no other thing. All I can say is what needs to happen is an investigation. When this passes, I think she needs to release the names, have an investigation, and follow the money. 100%. No hands downs. Let's stop fucking around. This is the reason why we can't get shit done. Man, the frustration comes from the politicians we have now. 100%. All of us are willing to work our ass off, give us blood, sweat, and tears, do anything that we want. But come on. You know, as Americans, we have not got a break at all. We went through the COVID shit together. The kids took a hit. The economy's shitty. It's just one thing after another, but you want to keep squeezing the blood out of Americans. Our tax dollars don't go to us. It goes overseas to take care of everybody else because we pay everybody's welfare, but we're looked down upon in this country if we have to apply for welfare. It's so fucked up. 100%. We need to start holding all these politicians to the fire. And if that's the case and they don't want to listen, stop paying taxes. 100%. You in England too as well. Right? We got more power together than, man, I'm telling you, if we just stop for 5 minutes, stop bickering and barting about the race bullshit and all this crap, and we just kind of like, hey, fuck this, we're done. That's the scariest thing for any world government to understand. When people come together, no matter religion type or race, and they all have one ideology, it's over with. The game's over. Checkmate. You know, I didn't want to get down this road, but damn, the frustration's insane. So I hope Senator Lummis releases that list in an investigation. I can tell you this 100%. The 7 or 10 are probably up for re-election in November, and follow the money. Follow the money. Because I'm sure Jamie Dimon's involved in all this shit too. And I will say this, without a shadow of a doubt, because everybody under the sun is talking about Lummis right now. You're going to see 15,000 videos about this, and I already told you this was coming. Because the reason why it's coming and the pressure she had to go on TV is because you had BlackRock, SoFi, and Charles Schwab and all them going, hey, this is enough. That's the reason why she was on TV. All right? When the world financial markets, the hedge funds and all this, because they have wealth clients that they want to have products placed and set up already. There's 90 trillion supposed to be going in the stock market, like I said in the last video. 7 to 10 people are not going to hold this up. In my eyes, that's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be enough barking on the hill to say, hey, get this done. And the Democrats are going, it's going to be the biggest mistake we've ever done financially. No, you're just worried about the gravy train drying up. That's all this is. So that's going to happen. It might not happen right off the bat, but it will come down to where it's not a conspiracy theory, but I'm pretty much sure that when these 7 people's names come out, they're going to be involved in the November elections, and they're up. I can tell you this, Democrats, if you're watching this, if you're catching this and you're a Democrat, you guys are screwed because you guys ain't winning shit in November. I can promise you. You done pissed off all Midwest. You pissed off the South states. You pissed off the Northern states. Because there's little pockets that you guys think you guys control everything. You don't control shit now. Days are over. Sorry. Let's just call it like we see it. All right. Once this bill passes, I'm telling you, the amount of money that all BlackRock, SoFi, all these people, the amount of money and the commercials that will hit us will be insane. It will be a media frenzy. I already know for a fact, hands down, I have a buddy who lives in California that works in the film industry. And we haven't talked in probably about 6 months. I reached out to him about 4 days ago. Finally got contact back last night when my water pipe went to shit. That's another whole story and everything. So as I'm talking to him, I had an issue under the house, a water pipe burst, which was totally insane. I asked him how he was doing, and he said everything's fine. We started talking about crypto a little bit, and he said they've been doing commercials all over the state of California, New Mexico, Arizona. So they shot some down in Florida and some up north in Canada. So I was like, well, I already know what's about to go down. So get ready for that. That bombardment's gonna be, because now, once they get clarity, and the people like us in the know, the laymen's out there don't know anything about crypto, they're gonna have to start education themselves pretty quickly. And the only way they can do that to get these customers to come into crypto is just media blitz, 100%, which is going to be crazy. Because every time you see a commercial, you might as well just keep smiling, because all that's going to do is make your account go up, and it's going to happen quickly. Someone goes, "Are you still down with the $500 projection?" Yes, I am, because I honestly think there's going to be a bull rush. It's going to happen so fast. I mean, shit. I don't know if y'all noticed, it glitched again. XRP glitched again. So, I mean, it was 43,000 the last glitch. This glitch that just happened was like $2,200 or $2,300. Something's going to happen. So me calling $500 at the end of August is not that big of a stretch. You know what I'm saying? Really not that big of a deal if you ask me. Because I think Jay Klaber, I think Jay Klaber was saying 700 a couple months ago, like instantly or some shit like that. And I ain't knocking Jake. Jake's just timing's off a little bit, I think. Maybe all of ours is off. But the one thing I don't want to do on this channel is hype you up. That's just me thinking what's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be 500, go out and back to truck. I still see people thinking, oh my God, it's going to 98 cents. It's not going to 98 cents. Have you guys looked at the charts? This thing has been hovering 106, 107, 106, 107. That's straight manipulation, 100%. All right? If it starts to dive bomb, half of us won't even know what's going on anyway. If it starts to dive bomb, unless you got alerts, by the time those alerts catch you, you're probably already lost, because these exchanges are not going to give everybody that type of information, like quick to the punch type thing. I'm sorry, it's always a delay, right? I remember one day, the only time I caught XRP diving, I can't remember what day it was. My brother and my son were in here, and we were talking about XRP. I had my chart up at the time, and I looked over, and all of a sudden, it just started blipping. Blip, 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 blip. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And I looked at my brother, I was like, this thing's dropping. You guys got buy orders, because they're both in crypto. I'm like, no. I looked at my son, I turned around, I said, start buying this shit. I said, get it while it's dropping, or whatever. We don't know what's going on. So, and then it went down fast, and then it just stopped. That's what's going to happen. We're going to see a candle. It's going to go through the roof, and a lot of people are going, we're at the bottom. We're going to call the top. I ain't calling shit. I don't even know. We don't know exactly what's going to happen when everything starts getting tokenized and the total value starts hitting the ledger. Someone asked me, they're just going to drop it all there at one time? No, I think what they're going to do is put it in blocks. They're going to put blocks. That's how this is going to work. It's going to be in blocks. The value and whatever it is when it comes to the stock market, it's going to be, because they're not just going to drop $90 trillion or 90 billion, 90 trillion, or 2 trillion here or 4 trillion there instantly on the ledger. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a gradual intake and stuff like that, because they're still going to be watching the system on how it works. So they know it works, but when you start putting assets and things like that, things got to move right. They're still going to be monitoring like crazy. Someone has asked me about the AI stuff. Look, AI is a bubble, 100%. I think AI is a bubble, because like I said in the previous video, the hype don't match the build. You see what I'm saying? It just don't. There's a huge gap here. They're not going to reach that gap. And communities are fighting it. I saw a video previously of a young man who works in the industry who was talking about where they're talking about it's going to bring 200 jobs to the area and stuff like that. And he's talking about, no, you pay that up front, because if this data center goes south and it's not working, then they're going to have to come back, take these data centers down or retrofit them for something else, in these small towns, and the cooling and all this kind of stuff, which I can't seem to understand is, if you're putting a data center in and you're talking about cooling, why can't you just recycle water for your cooling towers? I mean, catch the rain, that type of stuff. I mean, there's so many different variables. You can catch condensation on some of these machines. My son was in the military. He was at White Sands. We were talking about that the other night, and he was telling me when they were at White Sands, he did intelligence for a while, and he was telling me that they had water trucks, but there were these boxes, and they grabbed the vapor out of the air, and it produced water. That's how they got their water when they were out there doing their training missions. They could do the same thing in some of these facilities. I agree. I think that. Eventually, over time, that technology will catch up, where I think my way of looking at the future is wicked. My grandkids are going to have the time of their life. I honestly do, because I don't look at it like dystopia type shit, where everybody's like, it's doom and gloom, the robots are going to come and kill us like Terminator. Don't think so. We got to get out of the sci-fi bullshit, because what you do is how movies and media control you. That's how they want you to think. Right? Think paranoid. Be scared all the time. Don't embrace anything. We're just going to keep you guys in a loop where you break out of that loop and you're involved with the technology and stuff like that, making it work for you to live a better life. Yes, there is negatives and positives on everything we do, not just technology, everything. Relationship-wise, job-wise, all that shit. You love-hate relationship. It's the same thing. I love tech, and I fucking hate it at the same time, right? I'm not a tech guy. I had to force myself to learn this stuff, right? And I hope, if you're in your 50, I'm turning 50 next month. I don't feel 50. I can hang with any 20 and 30-year-old at the gym any day of the week. I do jiu-jitsu twice a week. So it's all up here. It's your mind. So if you're 50 and 60, don't panic. Learn. You're in a spot now. Some of y'all are retired watching this. Pick up something. Learn something. Life is about learning. We never stop learning. We got a finite amount of time on this planet, and we need to take advantage of everything, no matter what. We can't control what they do with the government, but we can control what we do with our lives and our families. And that's what we need to focus on. And if you're placed in position and properly listen, and understanding on how the whole thing works, not just this and that. That's what we're so focusing on, this and that. We need an overall system. They're not talking about that. No one's talking about that, right? They're talking about market cap. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about when you talk about market cap. No one ever talks about the Internet of Value. The only ones that talk is Guardian House and a few others, because they already see what's going on in 5 years. We're just not looking through that lens yet. It's coming. It's coming. I always tell everybody, every time I talk to them, whatever you do, just take time and learn this shit. There's a benefit to it. It truly is. It's going to help so many people get out of the crab bucket. Right? Case in point, I got a real close buddy of mine in a bad situation right now. He's going through a major divorce. And he asked me my advice. I told him, I don't want to give advice because I'm scared if I give you the wrong advice, me and you won't stay friends. When it comes to husbands and marriages, I don't want to get involved. I have a hard time with mine. And he goes, no, I truly want to know what you would do in your position. And I told him I would sell everything I fucking own, your boat, your RV, your four-wheelers, your golf cart, sell everything I own. I would turn around and dump 85% into crypto right now. Get you a little small apartment and just chill out for the next 2 years. Don't do a fucking thing. That would be my approach. If my wife told me, get fucked, I'm out of here, shit. It'd be over. But it'd be the biggest regret for her ass, I can probably tell you that. So, but yeah, that's what I got. I'm amped up today. I'm fired up. I just want everybody to be happy. I want you guys to embrace this shit. Enjoy it, because this is fun to me, right? If you're always thinking negative, that's all you're going to get at that door. When you walk out that door, you're going to get the negativity from the world. It's all about us, the way we think. When we project out the energy we want, we'll get it back properly, right? That's how I look at it. So y'all stay strong, and I'll do another video. I'm going to try to do it live. I'm just super busy right now, and I can't dial myself in for more than about 20 minutes right now, to be honest with you. So I got to get back to work. Thank y'all for watching it. Like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, do whatever. Thank y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.